And let's roll out, roll out, roll out, roll out, let's roll out.
Ladies and gentlemen, and low lives. You know
Ah,
what I
yes.
mean? On my slick Rick shit.
You know what I mean?
And low lives.
They out
That's
there.
my shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, what up, y'all? We're back. And actually, I found out a second ago, this is our 40th episode. Wow. 40 episodes. I should look like I was chiseled by the gods by now. I've been slacking. Proud of us for potting. Sad about me not looking like a god. Dre looking good. Y'all see Dre, he's over there looking real good.
You
You
know
know
what
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying?
I've
Doing
been
his thing.
consistent. You know what I'm
Yep. You know
saying?
what I mean? He been killing it
Consistent.
for 40 pods.
Right. Yeah.
And I just been staying afloat.
And I'm just beginning.
Holler.
You know what I mean?
I
I'm
like that.
about to get on this cutting cycle in a second.
Ooh, we about to be slim, chim, rip, chiseled, buff, and cut.
Yeah, I'm about to do that. That's my next goal. My
That's what's
first
up.
goal
I
was
got
to
that from
get size, and then now I'm like, oh, okay, I got size. So let me see if I can really. That's my next, like, you always gotta challenge yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's my next challenge, is to say,
Absolutely.
see how cut I can get.
Yeah. Now we talking. Yeah. I mean, I ain't been consistent, but that's always what I've wanted. I've always wanted to be lean, slim, cut, that type, shredded, whatever niggas is saying.
Yeah,
nowadays,
exactly.
whatever term is hot in the streets, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody, exactly.
Whatever. That's always been what I've wanted, but
yeah.
I ain't get there. But maybe I'll get my life together one day. In the meantime, let's jump into the pod. As y'all know, I'm here with my main man, DRE.
What's really good?
And I am JD. So, so real quick before we even get into the sponsored by, I gotta say something that I think is real funny. If you heard our last pod, or was it the pod before? Oh, the pod before that, we asked about Mr. Fauci. Remember, I was like, yo, but where's Fauci?
Yes, we did.
Then what happened a couple weeks later? We find out Fauci got hit with that thing.
No, and you weren't even thinking like that.
I wasn't. I just was like, yo, where he's at.
Yeah, I was like, why he in hiding? Why haven't we heard from him? Like somebody
and
let
now,
me know.
Lo and behold, they hit him with the whammy. He got whammied.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just spoke about that a little bit on my solo pod, Sexual Intellectual Pod. But actually, I think it's interesting that people are speaking about him and not another politician. So I spoke a little bit about that.
That's what's up.
But anyway, I just wanted to mention that here because, what was it, 2 pods ago we mentioned that? Like, yo, what happened to Fauci, man?
Yeah.
Where's Fauci?
Yeah.
So,
it's when we was talking about the whole monkey pox and the whole thing. We kind of...
No, it's before that. It's when we was talking about C-19.
Yeah, so it's like three pods ago. I feel like
2 pods.
3, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
2 pods. But yeah, listen. Sometimes when you in tune with the universe, these things, they just happen, Captain. So we're gonna get into our normal format. We don't want to change it up too much. So here is the sponsored by for the day. If you watch, it's on the screen. I know more of you are watching than listening. We thank you for that. I see y'all appreciate the visuals. So as always, here it is on screen. I'm gonna throw 2 pictures up. 1 picture of the patties being cooked. Another picture of my meal plate afterwards. So these are some homemade veggie burgers I made. Dre already saw them. So I use a little bit of a cheat code because I have a food processor. So I throw basically everything in the food processor and let it do its thing, mixing it up. So that's what I do. This has red beans, black beans, green peppers, onions, a ton of seasonings. And then to hold the patties together, I use old-fashioned oats, which I speak about here all the time, and breadcrumbs. And so If y'all want the recipe, let me know. I can throw it up, but it's a lot, so I probably won't put it on the screen unless y'all want it. If you see it, you want it, hit me, comment. I'll gladly post it. And yeah, I did it with some sweet potato fries. I like to do the sweet potato fries. And so I usually get them from Whole Foods or Walmart, wherever I go, hit the frozen section, get some sweet potato fries. And yeah, I already had spinach and tomatoes in the crib. I went to the bodega, got me some fresh rolls, and did my thing. So that's our sponsored by. I guess it's a bean, or I mean, it's got a bunch of shit in it. So, but the main part of it is black beans and kidney beans. The main base. The recipe I found actually only uses one bean. They usually use red kidney beans. I like to do a can of each.
Yeah.
1 can of the red, 1 can of the black. You know, best of both worlds.
Yeah, get that consistency. That's what's up.
Yeah. And so, I mean, you saw them. They, they don't look like.
No, they look good.
Else. They look like. Yeah, thank you. They look like veggie burgers.
Yeah, look, they're on some gourmet shit. You know what I mean?
Thank you, sir.
Trying to kill it right now. I like that.
Got to eat good in the hood. You know what I'm saying? No, actually, what it is I'm trying to practice some of what I preach. I'm trying to eat out less and eat more at home. Also, when you cook at home, because I live alone, which you live alone, it lasts a couple days. So I made veggie burgers and it lasted a couple days. I was able to keep it, have some leftovers. I mean, it was a lot of dishes, but you don't got to cook, so it evens out. If you cook 2 days in a row, you probably have the same amount of dishes. So it's all good.
Exactly.
But yeah, so that was a sponsored by, and that's it. Let's keep it moving. Let's hit fitness. Our fitness topic for today is we want to talk about fitness motivation coming from competition. Should you use competition as a fitness motivator? So go ahead, Dre. This was your topic. I'll let you spark it.
Yeah, when you're trying to get in shape and you have goals, you got to find the thing that keeps you going. And just another tool is sometimes they do way better in terms of their consistency if they have some sort of like competition.
That's right.
It could be competition between, just two buddies. You can say, hey, I'm going to enter a competition. It could be something like, oh man, I was just watching this joint on Amazon. Maybe other people know the name of it, but it's it's like this girl who wants to enter the New York City Marathon. And she is overweight in the beginning. It's very interesting how they shot it. She's like an overweight, girl. And she could barely walk up a flight of steps in the beginning, and can't run a two steps basically. And she just gets this wild notion that she wants to be in the New York City Marathon, and that sparks her eating right. That sparks her to start, learning how to run and running outside and taking classes. And as the movie progresses, she becomes like really nice looking. People are like, wow, that's you. And of course, that's nice, to be like, oh man, I reached these goals. But that wasn't really her goal, is to be like, hey, I want to lose weight. Her goal was like, I want to be in the New York City Marathon. Like, that's why I'm doing all this. And that's what I'm trying to say, is that sometimes we have to find out who we are as a person, as an individual. Yep. And if you realize, hey, you know what, maybe I'm better when I compete. There's a function on the Apple Watch where people can compete with each other, Yep. Like I can see what my friend is doing and I'll just be like, you know what?
Fitbit has it, and so does the Samsung.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, I want to compete.
They just call it different things. Like it's called on Samsung, it's called like Friends. On the Fitbit, it straight up says challenge. And you can invite anybody you have in contacts to the challenge. And
I know people, like I said, Apple Watches just says compete. And a lot of people do much better on their daily fitness goals if they're competing with somebody. It's like, oh no, I got to beat this bitch. Fuck that shit.
Right.
And it's like you're getting more steps in, and you know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's like all because you got to beat this other person. I'm not a competitive person. You know, I'm a very intrinsic kind of guy. The only person I'm trying to beat is the dude I was yesterday. You know what I mean? That's just me. You know, but everybody's not me or you. You know, I know you're kind of the same way. You don't really need to compete with somebody. You beat yourself up. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're
sure
like me.
do.
Yeah, you beat yourself up. I beat myself up all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't
Right.
need to, compete with. But that doesn't mean everybody's like us, right? So it's like if you're the type of person who really gets lit up because of a competition, then try that. Find
Right.
something you want to compete in. It might be a run. It might be a show. I see a lot of young guys lately are trying to become bodybuilders. They're like 18, 19 years old, and they're like, oh, I want to get on stage one day. I've seen actually not even young guys. I've seen older guys too. Like, they're in their 40s, and it's like, I always wanted to do this, and I'm going to try to enter an amateur bodybuilding show. And knowing that show is, let's say, 2-3 months away or 6 months away or a year away, you start saying, okay, what do I got to do so I don't look stupid when I get on that stage? So just finding some sort of competition, if you're that type of person, to sort of like light your fire, to get you going, to keep you accountable, you should give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Actually, I'm not a competitive person, but I do like competition. I don't do it with fitness, but like if we were playing football, which I love playing American football, oh yeah, I'm super competitive. I just don't usually apply it to fitness because I look at fitness more as an us thing, right? I look at it more like a team sport. So like instead of saying, hey, from now till December, oh, Drake just said he wants to get shredded. Well, for the next 6 months, let's see which one of us can get more shredded. Nah, I'm not interested in that. I look at more like, okay, how can I help Dre? How can Dre help me? Yeah. And so that's the way I look at fitness. But I remember way back when we were all hooking up for gym sessions, when we got on that elliptical, I was peeking over.
Right.
I was squinting over. Oh, word. Yeah. That's what Chris burned. Word. Yeah. That's what Dre's burning. Okay, hold on. Let me try to get my shit off. Yeah. Let me see if I can beat these dudes. And
it's funny. It's funny. I remember the first time you burnt more calories than me, because I actually started. Obviously, I started before you, and so I could always do more. Yeah, I could always do more to you. And then that one day came where you burned more calories than me, and you was just like, "Yo, I burnt more calories than you." You were so happy.
I was super hyped. Like, I was pumped. I was pumped.
Yeah. It's like I had like 800. You had like 1,000 and change. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay, that's what's up. I love it.
You was like, yeah, I was kind of tired today. I'm like, not me. I was ready. I knew this day was coming.
Right. we all knew it. One day that's the way I train. Right. It's like, but I train to get you. You're supposed to be better than me. So whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I love it.
I'm saying? Yeah. One day my apprentice will be stronger than both of us.
You know what I mean? But and I also like some people, when they work out together with their friends, 3 or 4 people, that's another thing. They like to compete with each other. Who can lift the most? Who can run the most? Who can, like, all that? If you know you're better like that, you get with your friends and, hey, we're gonna see who can go the longest. We're gonna see who can lift the most weight or whatever it is. If that works for y'all, go for it. Yeah.
Right. Just tread softly. You don't want to blow your shoulder trying to compete with Dre. Like,
oh well, yeah. I mean, that's why I'm not into it.
Alfred told Bruce, "Know your limits, Master Wayne."
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's. I mean that, and I'm glad you brought that up because there is a danger in being super competitive or just overly competitive, where
Yeah.
you're not taking your health into consideration because you're so focused on winning. I beat you.
Right.
Like that means so
Right.
much to you that you can actually hurt yourself. So yeah, you're right.
Absolutely.
Be careful, be careful. If I'm not saying not to use competition as a tool, but if you do, don't sacrifice your safety for a win.
Right.
It's
There's
like,
healthy competition.
right,
There's
right.
healthy competition. There's nothing wrong with being like, all right, listen, me and Dre for the next 3 weeks, we're gonna to go stat for stat and see who does whatever thing A. That's cool, but if I see like, oh man, I need an extra edge, I'm gonna try to do this crazy thing, or like, oh man, I see Dre's increasing his weight more rapidly than I can. I'm gonna do the same thing. Okay, now you're hurting yourself. And
Right.
I'll be honest, you said it already, but just to expand a bit, I like competing with myself.
Hmm.
I like to look at old stats and be like, oh, so I did an hour on the elliptical. I burned 950. Let me get on the elliptical right now and see what I could do. Let's see if
Yeah.
I could beat that 950. Oh, no, I
Yeah.
didn't do it. All right. Let's see if by the end of the month, let's see if by the end of the month, I could beat that 950. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Same thing with the
Yeah.
weights. Like if I've been inconsistent with the weights, I'm like, all right, let me see. I know once upon a time my stats on my app tell me I was benching X amount. I can't do that today. All right, well, I'm gonna compete with myself. I want to get back to that and get past that.
Right.
So that's what I do. Like, one of the things I've been thinking about is, we said when lockdown and everything happened, we made drastic changes in our lives. In 6 weeks, I lost like 20 pounds and was looking great and feeling great. I've been thinking about doing that. I'm like, what if I just don't eat any outside food and follow the same routine I was following during lockdown? What if I do that? I'm curious to see what my results
Yo,
would be.
I'll tell you right now, it's going to be way better because, first of all, you already know you have the experience because in lockdown you didn't have a choice, right? So you had to make your own food. And I know
Right.
from my experience, I've been getting so much good results lately because 90% of my meals are prepared at home now. You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go.
Whereas as before, you know, when you eat out, there's a lot of like sodium and preservatives that they have to put in there to
Of
keep
course.
this thing on the
And
shelf.
everything's got
But
special sauces and extra
yeah,
cheese,
yep, yep. And
all
when I
that.
cook at home, I don't put in that stuff on it. Maybe like a little salt, little pepper, a little onion powder, something like that. And it's just a sprinkle of it. I don't
Right.
need to inundate it with whatever. A lot of times you
Of
go to these
course.
places, it could be something that might be at the edge of going bad. So they might put a bunch of stuff in there so you can't
Of
tell.
course.
You're like, oh,
Of
this is
course.
this is this is delicious. But
This is
they
this is
buried
2 week old fish.
it. Right, exactly. And so
Fuck it.
when I'm at home now, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I want a lot more vegetables. I'm gonna throw a lot more vegetables in there, or I want to get into these sweet potatoes one time, and I'll throw a lot of that in there. And so I've been seeing with myself
Mhm.
exactly what I was telling you about. It's like, man, my body fat is going down, my muscle size is increasing, and what have I really done differently?
Eat at
Really, I
home.
just been eating at home a lot more. I don't
Of
really eat
course.
out at all. I mean,
Mhm.
every now and then, but like I said, 90% of my meals at home. So
Yeah.
I already know
I
it's gonna
think
work
that's
for
the
you.
wave, and I really, really think. What'd you say?
I said I really think that's what's gonna work for you when you talk about, oh, let me see what happens. I'm like, oh, I already know that's what's gonna happen. You know.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I think. I think I want to get back into that. We've said it multiple times when on the pod when lockdown happened. I just locked in, and it was I ate maybe four hours a day, maybe, and I was making my smoothie or smoothie bowl, and then as I drank that or ate that, I started prepping the meal, and then I ate
Yeah.
basically after that, and maybe an hour or so later, I had nuts and seeds, and that was it till
Yeah.
the next morning. You know what I'm saying?
No
So
doubt.
I think I might do that. But yeah, so I don't think there's anything wrong with competition. I like it. I think it just has to be healthy. A lot of us have a competitive nature. but
Mm-hmm.
it becomes a borderline ego thing. So you have to be
Yeah, no,
careful.
that's
It's
what.
real easy to look at Dre and be like, yo, fuck, man. I hate that his arms look so good. Damn, yo, look at his chest. Fuck, his shit's looking good, man. You know what? I gotta get like that. I'm gonna lift crazy heavy. And now you're crazy hurt.
Yeah, yeah.
Now you're
And it's
crazy
funny you
hurt.
say that because that's what I've been encountering, lately, especially friends of mine, guys who are about my age or so,
Mm-hmm.
um, or maybe they even might be like, they're like maybe 5 years younger or something, and they're just like, "Yo, what's up?" Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, being consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like, not only so
Talk
much
to
being
him.
consistent, because you also my thing is that uh I enjoy the journey. So it's fun. I'm partying. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I don't feel like yes, we call it working out, but it don't feel like work to me. It's fun.
right,
It's a reward.
right.
You know what I mean? It's like, man, let me do my work at home. Let me do my work at work. Let me, wash my dishes and do the laundry. Because if I do all that, I get to go to the gym and play. You know what I mean? If I do all those things, I get to go to the gym and I can play.
Right.
Yay! So I'm having fun.
Yay!
Right?
Right.
I'm a kid, so it's not really
Right.
like a work for me. It's more like the other stuff is work. I don't want to
Right.
wash the dishes, but I just have to.
Right.
You know,
Right.
but
I fucking
for
hate
me,
that
it's
shit.
fun, and so yeah, you got to do. That's my motivator. I like to do the things I like to do. So,
Right.
but if you're getting back on topic, if you're a competitive person and like, man, if I can just compete with somebody, I know I'll do this thing every day because I'm just going to be driven to beat them. Okay, well, find that person, or they have these groups that you can. There's always these challenges. I see a
Yep.
lot of people
They're
enter
on
these
all the apps.
challenges on all the apps. They have these challenges on your YouTubes, on your Instagram. They have so and so will have a challenge for a month, for 3 months,
The trackers
and
have them too.
yeah, the trackers have them. Uh, the My Fitness Pals will have them every now and then. It's a bunch of challenges out there. I mean, if you Googled, fat loss challenge or
Oh
strength
yeah.
challenge or
Fitness
any
challenge.
challenge,
Yeah.
there's Facebook pages, just challenges. That's all they do is challenges. So if
Yes.
you're that type of person, yeah, and you want to, I wouldn't say anonymous, but these people are not really your friends, and so you can
Right.
just enter this thing and feel like the only thing I want to do is beat them and just have no real personal connection. It's just about beating them. Well, yeah, go for it. Do it.
Right.
It's just another tool to get you where you want to go.
Yeah.
So that
I agree.
you can enjoy the journey. Because
Yep.
if you're doing it for the competition, then now you're enjoying the journey because you feel like you're beating somebody else.
Right.
Yeah.
Just don't go, Ricky Bobby on him.
Ricky Bobby.
If you go Ricky Bobby, then you got problems. Because you be saying, if you're not first, you last. If you're
Right.
not first, you last. And then
Exactly.
you could be you could be assed out.
Exactly.
But yeah. All right, so you hit me up about a topic. I didn't have any clue what the hell you were talking about. Let's dive into that topic. There is an actress who is largely known for her role in the show Euphoria,
Yeah.
and her name is Sydney Sweeney.
Sweeney. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
And
and
so yeah.
so apparently
Hmm.
she went to an award show. She went to the MTV Movie Awards just a couple days ago,
Yeah.
and she had on a revealing outfit. She had on an outfit which was pretty short on top and on bottom, apparently.
Yep.
And people are feeling away. Oh, she's also known for the White Lotus. Oh, my sister was just talking about that at Father's Day brunch like 2 days ago.
Okay.
So she's from both of those shows, and she's getting all the
Uh-huh.
HBO money.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
She's
Go ahead.
so yeah. So I was just gonna say, like, so um the article somewhat triggered me as a fitness coach, health enthusiast, um and the reason why I felt kind of triggered by it is because basically what they're saying is, yes, she went to the MTV Music Awards or MTV Movie Awards, whatever, and she
Yeah.
decided to wear a mini skirt and a half shirt. So she has a mini skirt on and she has the half shirt and she has a very tight stomach, you know. So she has, flat abs. You can see her abs a little bit. Um, this is a woman that chooses to stay in shape. And the response from some people was, "Oh, she's bringing us back. She's encouraging unrealistic body image." And I got a little upset behind that because it's like, well, how can you call it an unrealistic body image if she
Right.
has it? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's like me getting upset. You go out and you purchase a Lamborghini and you're riding around. Oh, there's Jay. He has unrealistic
An
cars.
unattainable car.
It's like, but he attained it. It's right there. So it can't be
Right.
that unattainable. It's he's driving it. Now,
Right.
I don't know what you may have done to do it. I don't know if you up and and your credit and is going down the tubes because of it. I don't know, but the thing is, you have it. You've
Right.
attained it. So to say she's doing something that's unattainable and putting people back, I feel like that's wrong. And then on the flip side of that coin is you're also saying, well, it's okay to show your body if it's out of shape, right? So it's okay for Lizzo or whoever to get on there and just, play with their belly and say how much they love it and show you their breakfast of 4,000 calories of everything they've eaten. Like, you look at that and you're like, oh, yeah, that's great. Yeah, diabetes and, all these unhealthy things. But here's someone that's like, yo, I obviously she works out. She's proud about her body. Why can't she
Right.
show that?
Mhm.
I believe if you have it, flaunt it if that's what you want to do.
Right.
Why are we upset with someone who decided to get in shape? Or why are we saying something is unattainable? You know what I mean? Like once you say it's unattainable, then you're never going to get it. I teach kids and I'm also really good at teaching kids in terms of literacy, right? And one of the things I have to do when I'm teaching kids how to read, a lot of times they come to me and they're just like, Sensei, I don't know how to read. And I'm like, stop. That's the first thing we're going to stop right there. Is that once you say you can't do it, you're never
Right.
going to do it. So we're going
Right.
to cut that out. And so once you say that body is unattainable, then it's unattainable. You're never going to
Yeah.
get there. You know what I'm saying? Now, everyone's genetics is different. I don't have her genetics. You don't have her genetics, whatever. But it's not so much getting to her body, it's getting your body to the best level that you can get it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The body that you want is attainable. Um, it just takes tons of sacrifice.
Right.
It really depends. But some people, especially when you're young like she is, we've all been in our 20s, how easy it is to, you're 23, it's
Right.
really not that hard to get in shape.
Right.
Once you get past 25, 27, 30, 35, it's a little bit harder. My point is, I feel like you're picking on people who are in shape. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so to be clear, it was more than one article because we kind of dove in. So Dre wanted to discuss this because people on the internet were responding to the outfit she wore. It wasn't just one article. He sent me one article so I could understand, have context, etc. But apparently, people on the internet were giving her backlash about the outfit and saying things like, "Oh, this is bad for body positivity." That's from the internet, not from us. So I just wanted to be clear, give all the context because we kind of jumped right in. So I don't think there's anything wrong with showing off your six pack. That seems to be the part that people are the most upset about, quote unquote.
Yeah.
That seems to be the biggest takeaway from what I read in the article and the few things I was able to find online. I don't see what the issue is. My sister has a good rule when it comes to clothing. I like her rule. My weight has fluctuated throughout the years. Once upon a time, I was like 350. Once upon a time, I was like 175. And so that's a big difference in weight, which means the clothes you're buying, also changes. And so I've asked my sister on occasion, hey, what you think of this shirt? She'll say, if you feel comfortable, you should wear it. I've asked her, hey man, I just bought this blazer. Check it out. What you think about this blazer? I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's too snug on the arms. What you feel like? If you're comfortable, then you should wear it. If you're not comfortable, then you probably shouldn't even own it. And I love that rule. And I use that rule all the time. So I like to say I wear schmediums. If it's a small and I like the way it fits, I'm a rock it. If it's a large and I like the way it fits, I'm a rock it. That's it. Same thing with pants. Now all the pants are super, super snug. I'm not a fan of that. So I don't rock it. So what do I think about this young lady wearing a mini skirt and a crop top? If she feels comfortable, she should wear it. Mm-hmm. Now, if this was like the Kids' Choice Awards and half her titty was hanging out, or you could see her panties because the skirt was so short, then perhaps I'd have some things to say. But that's not what it was. This wasn't the Nickelodeon Awards. This wasn't the Kids' Choice Awards. This wasn't, some teen summit. Mm-hmm. It's a place where adults go who are part of the entertainment industry to participate in this event that is for adults. I see nothing wrong with her wearing whatever it is that makes her comfortable. And I think, and I say this a lot on all the podcasts I'm on. I guess I don't say it with the one I'm on with my daughter because I don't curse there. But sometimes people got to know when to shut the fuck up. There's lots of things I see out in the world that I don't like. There's lots of things I see women wear that I don't like. I don't come on the internet and create hashtags and long videos about why women shouldn't wear these things. It's not my business. And they should wear whatever they're comfortable wearing. I think niggas is mad she got a six pack. Everybody don't got a six pack. She went and got one. She put in the work. And niggas is mad. Hey, you could be mad, but you ain't got to go on the internet and hate now. Because now it's hating. And now to answer your flip side of the coin question. They're saying it's not good for body positivity. This is the opposite of body positivity. The internet's words, not ours.
Right.
It's stupid. Body positivity is exactly what it says.
Come on, brother.
We want people to think positively about their bodies. And so if she's comfortable and she feels positive, why is it a bad thing? She didn't say, hey, I can only rock my shirt because I have a six pack and you fat motherfuckers better cover up. She didn't say that.
Right.
If she said that, perhaps we could have a conversation. She didn't say only slim people should do this. She just showed up in an outfit that she liked and felt comfortable with. Mm-hmm. I see nothing wrong here.
Yeah.
If we're preaching that everyone and anyone should be able to wear everything and anything, then she has to be included. We
Yeah.
cannot preach inclusivity and then want exclusivity. It can't
Come
be
on,
both.
brother.
It can't be both.
Strong
Thank
J.
you.
Strong J. Strong J.
It can't be both. It can't be both. If we're saying, listen, everybody should wear whatever the fuck they want, no matter what their body looks like. Well, then doesn't this fall into no matter what their body looks like?
Yes. Yes.
And this is
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. You're absolutely
Sometimes,
right.
sometimes we gotta learn when to shut the fuck up.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree. You hit it on the head right there, bro. You hit it on the head. That was like bullseye. I mean, if body positivity means accepting all bodies, then that means all bodies, even the ones that you feel are unattainable, right? Now here's another part I want to get your opinion on, because I feel like, and just tell me your opinion, this only really happens with women tearing other women apart, right? I don't really see people upset at the new Magic Mike and him getting his body. I don't see people upset that The Rock showed up for Black Adam looking incredibly shredded and fucking amazing. That people are like, look at The Rock, he's doing, like you don't hear women saying it, you don't hear men saying it. When men come in and they're like shredded and big and Magic Miking it, everyone is just like, ooh, oh my god. And even we've put it on this pod already. Even he's come out and said, this shit is hard. I don't want to do a number 3 because y'all have no idea how hard it is. I don't know how y'all do it, but they pay me to do it, and it's still really hard. Right?
Yeah.
But no one gets upset when they show up 6-pack looking good if they're a dude. It seems like, and maybe we're not the ones to have this conversation, you can tell me, but it seems like women tear other women apart. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, she looks great. Why are you upset at her? I don't see y'all getting upset at the young men who are looking fucking amazing, showing up any way they want to show up, putting Instagramming or whatever, we talk about it all the time. Rock, all these other cats, they make their videos, shirts off, looking fucking spectacular. I'm always like, that shit is dope, man. This dude is my age, man. What kind of supplements I need to get? You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it. You never hear me hating on the sense of like, man, why he's looking like that? I can't get my body to look like that's stupid to me. And I would like to say from my perspective, I don't really see other men doing that to other men, whether they look better than you or whatever. They might hate on some like, well, he's still a Negro or whatever. I don't know what they say. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But I don't really see people like other men tearing up other men. I really see a lot of like women tearing up other women who look a particular way. And I just don't understand that. And maybe we can, defer that to whenever we get like a guest on here, and maybe they can kind of talk about that. But you could tell me your opinion on that.
I think that the difference is men don't hate publicly as frequently. I think there is a stigma about what men can and can't say on the internet. And so a lot of men will shut up in fear of what may happen next. And so they might call Dre and be like, yo, Dre, man, you seen this shit? Yo, this is some bullshit. Fuck this dude. Why The Rock look so sexy like this? This is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I saw my girl drooling over him last night. Or whatever the fuck. I'm freestyling. But I don't think most men are going to go on Twitter, a public platform that I can take a screenshot of, and say that. I think they feel kind of like the Amber Heard Johnny Depp situation, right? there's voice notes of Amber Heard saying to Johnny Depp, hey, if you want the public to view you as a bitch, if you want the public to view you as a punk, then go ahead, go tell the cops. But the public and the cops are going to laugh at you. Right? And I think that's part of what it is. I think that men are less likely to hate on other men publicly because of the fear of the public backlash, the fear of what may happen. But they'll call their boy real quick, though. And so I don't think that it's necessarily that they don't do it. I think that men may fear doing it publicly a little more than women do, because the internet has these different rules, unwritten rules, but the internet treats people different ways in different spaces, which is not cool, but it's kind of the reality. And so that's my thought. I obviously am not a woman, and so I don't have all the information. I don't have all the unwritten women rules.
No doubt.
I'm just trying my best to answer your question.
But let me tell you. Let me ask you. Do you ever get those phone calls? Like, honestly, because I'm thinking, like, I've never had, conversations with dudes, and they're like, yeah. I mean, yes, I've had conversations with who be hating on dudes, but not to the sense like, why is that person looking like that? Because I can't look like that. Like, they may hate on a bunch of things, but I've never had anyone say, I'm tired of Method Man showing, how great he looks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know privately, publicly, I know I haven't had those kind of conversations. I'm wondering if you've been on a horn with somebody who was just like, what's wrong with this dude?
It doesn't happen regularly, but it's happened. Yeah. And more so it happens in person for me. I don't have a lot of guy friends, you know that. But I've been places with dudes and they're like, you see this motherfucker? Nah, the dude right here. Why you got his arms all out? He's making us look bad, man. This is some bullshit. Tell this nigga put his arms away. You know what I'm saying? Or when I was really killing it, losing weight, showing up with my tight schmediums, niggas is like, come on, man, go get a bigger shirt, man. Why you showed up with that snug shirt on, man? You making me look bad. I had to go get a 2X today.
Yeah. I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard people say that to me. Yeah, personally, where they're just like, man, what's up with all those shoulders, son? Like, what's going on? I always look at it as a joke, and I laugh, but yeah, you have a point, and I don't really know the dynamics. I just thought it was interesting that, how women will tear other women apart, but they have absolutely nothing to say to the men.
Aquaman is a good example. Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Oh man, niggas hate Jason Momoa because women love him. That I've seen publicly and privately. Niggas is like, yo, fuck him. I'm like, oh, you don't think he's a good actor? Like, what's the last movie you saw with him? Man, fuck it. I don't care if he acts or not. Fucking my girl be drooling over this nigga, man. Yo, fuck him. I hate him. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
That's some strong feelings about Jason Momoa.
I don't hate him. I definitely go in on him because he's not the best actor in the world. He seems like he's just playing the same.
That's what I'm saying. That's a whole different topic.
That's a different topic, But in terms of his body and he getting his stuff together, I think it's awesome. Especially, dudes. I once again I look at dudes who are older and I'm just like, yo, that's dope. What's the brother Hugh Jackman? When Hugh Jackman did that last Wolverine, and we were both like, damn, son. It's like, yo. I know this dude is older than me, and you look at like the Wolverine you played, and then the Wolverine you played in the 90s looked like two different Wolverines.
Totally. You know what I'm saying? And there's mad side by side shit that people put together.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, you're 20 years younger, but you look worse than you do now, and you're 20 years older.
Looking
great. Looking shredded to the bone. Like, wow, that's what's up. Not hating on it, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's
what I'm saying. Everybody operates differently. We can't uphold others to our exact photocopy standards.
Right, but what I'm saying is,
I do know mad cats who hate on the physique of Jason Momoa. Yes.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you don't hear women tearing them apart. You don't hear, oh, look at Hugh Jackman with that unattainable body. They're just like I said, oh, wow. They're just losing it. You know what I'm saying? So they will tear other women apart for looking great. But the men that look great with bodies that's just as unattainable, it seems to be okay because it entertains them in some way. I don't know,
player.
I just wanted to put that out.
We gotta find a woman expert to come on the show. I try to stay out of women's business. We gotta,
lady business.
Yeah, I try to stay out of that. There's the internet love being in women's business. I try to stay out of it. I'm like, let the ladies do whatever they gonna do. I don't want to be in the middle of that. I don't tell women what products to use or not use. None of that.
Yeah. I tend not to mind my business sometimes, and sometimes I do. But I like to point out the absurdities in society, and I feel like this is one of them.
I dig it.
But that being
Nothing wrong with that. Right.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our time is up. Niggas got other shit to do. Yes, I agree. That was fun.
It's great.
Thank you very much, everybody who tuned in. We'll try to start getting some of these videos out quicker for y'all. I see that y'all are watching more than listening. And so I'll try my best to keep that in mind because I see, the data, the stats, whatever you want to call it. So, we'll work on that and getting y'all more promo stuff, more of the videos on the Instagram and TikTok. Man, we've been slacking on TikTok. Like, thank you to whoever follows us on TikTok because I know we put up like 2 videos and never put shit up again. So
yeah, I haven't been on TikTok yet.
Extra thank yous to those who are following us on TikTok.
No doubt.
And that's it. We'll be back in 2 weeks as usual. And we've been trying some different things with the channel and with the promo stuff. Let us know if you like it. I know y'all are seeing the videos, the segments that we've been putting up. And if y'all are digging it, let us know. If y'all want to see more, if y'all want to see less, put in the comments. We really want to know what y'all think. We've been trying to make it easier because we know at this point we have quite a few episodes and people are not always here from day one. And so we're trying to make things easier for all our viewers because we appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So let us know your thoughts. If you have thoughts on this hating situation, if you have thoughts on competition, is competition good for you, bad for you? Does it help drive you? Does it not? Let us know. We want to hear from y'all. And that's it. We see y'all.
Deuces.